Isn't it frustrating when you put all your time, energy and effort into provide feedback and a person on the receiving end is not engaging with you, and even worse, does not follow through on your advice, on your feedback? This is a very common frustration that is shared amongst the managers that I coach on providing feedback. And I always offer them ask 2 questions to themselves before feedback conversation takes place. But before I share with you guys those 2 questions, I'd like you to consider putting away the planning part of what you want to say and what you want the other person to do at the end of your feedback, and consider something totally different, something that will help you improve the engagement and will increase drastically the chances that the person will actually follow through your feedback. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, how do I want the person to feel at the end of this conversation? So imagine you are going to provide me with a feedback. So the question that you need to ask yourself is how you want me to feel at the end of it. And it's important for 2 reasons. Number 1, it will dictate how the conversation would go and the feeling that is behind it. You are more likely to create a safe environment, a safe space for us to engage and have a conversation. Therefore, I will engage with your feedback. And number 2, how I'm going to feel at the end of this conversation will dictate whether I choose to ignore your feedback or follow it. Your hierarchy position, your job title is not something that will make me listen and follow through every single time, right? You want me to choose to listen to you, and how I'm going to feel at the end will have a critical impact on my decision. And secondly, second question that you have to ask yourself is, how do I feel right now? Am I in the right mindset to provide the feedback? If you don't feel that you're in the right mindset, the answer is don't provide the feedback. If you feel agitated, if you feel anxious, if you feel angry, do not, and I repeat that, do not provide any feedback. Step away and wait for the right time to engage with the feedback. Because when your feedback is provided from a place where you are angry or anxious, the other person will sense it, will feel it. And that does not create a safe space to have this conversation. So 2 things to do. Ask yourself, number 1, ask yourself how you want the receiver to feel at the end of the feedback conversation. And number 2, how you are feeling before the conversation takes place. Following those 2 guys will help you greatly engage the other person with your feedback and follow through with it. Will help you become the manager who is really skilled at providing feedback. Last thing guys, if you're interested in more tips around feedback, please subscribe to my video newsletter. Every week I provide a quick 2 minutes video with tips around feedback and team engagement. Have a great day on purpose.